that never raised wolves. You never raised wolves because you're not a wolf. So you buy gifts for your soldiers because you bribing them. You paying for their loyalty. I'm out here on the front line with my soldiers. I'm gonna die every time. That's what it takes when you a general. You on the front line. Not sitting in the office pointing fingers and telling the nigga all the shit that you made up in your mind. You got to be on the front line. See, when I get you by myself, I'm going to look into your soul and I'm going to see what it is that you is. I'm going to see what you is. And once I see what you is, I'm going to turn you into something you ain't never been before, boy. A fucking God.
Ooh, message. Big up and bless up to one and all. I am here Friday night, the Friday night panel with yours truly, Troy Graham, aka the Troy Graham Experience. From America to Africa, throughout the world, every man, woman, child, and boy and girl, I am here. To give you a disclaimer real quick. I did not want to be here tonight, man. My body is breaking down. I had a procedure on the 17th, which was yesterday. My body is a little breaking down and all that. It's taking its toll on me. I don't take painkillers, so if I seem a little bit slow today, excuse me, you understand why. I mean, I'm in pain, but it's tolerable. I don't take painkillers. I've been in worse pain than this. But I did not want to do this. My spirit was like, man, don't do it. Then I listened to some motivational things. And I said, okay, I made a promise to myself that I'm going to be consistent from now on, right? So I'm here consistently. Whether it's one person, 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, I'm here. I'm here. You know, it's Friday night, just waiting on, the panel to come on and we're going to talk a little boxing or talk a little life or life and boxing. How about that? You know how it works over here. We start on A and we'll jump to B, C, and D, and we'll just get a conversation going, man. It always surrounds boxing. But, you know, I'm seeing now that these Charlo fans, they never amaze me, and it goes for both brothers. They never cease to amaze me with their ridiculous foolishness. Yeah, you're fool. I mean, on one hand, you say, okay, Canelo was blocking their future and holding up their career. That's your first excuse. Secondly, you say Canelo ducked the Charlo brothers, right? And I always ask the same question: who have they fought? What have they accomplished for them to be duckable fighters? Anyone, please think before you speak. Yeah, I hate that. Please think before you speak. Don't open up your mouth to say something just for the sake of saying something because it makes you look like a fool. So what have the Charlos done to make anyone duck them? Whether it be Big Charlo, okay, 154 Charlo, who's killing himself to make weight, right? Both of them are killing themselves to make weight because they both walk around close to 200 pounds. There's no doubt in my mind they do. They both do. And he thinks because he's heavier than Canelo, this Jamel, who's going to be fighting Canelo, that he's just going to beat him just on that. Didn't we just have this discussion about Spence and Crawford? Oh, he lighting the ass. He lighting the ass. On God, you ain't gonna knock me out. On God, you ain't gonna knock me out. God didn't answer your prayers that night. Whoops. Spence didn't. God didn't answer Spence's prayers that night. And again, we're here. We're back again with the size difference. Excuse me, y'all. It's just a reflex because I'm in pain while I'm yawning so much. That and probably my body is tired as hell. So excuse me. But we're back again on the size thing. People's Charlo saying, well, I'm really bigger than him. And so I should beat him just based on that. And I'm actually heavier than him too, because you don't know what I walk around at. Well, Canelo is known to walk around at damn near 200 pounds. And your frame might be bigger than his, but have you ever fought at 168 before? Do you know what that weight will do to you? When round 5 comes around, round 7, round 9, round 11, do you know what that weight will do to you? You don't because you've never fought at that weight class before. So stop saying because you're bigger, you're better. That doesn't always work. You know, you know how to use. If you have the skill to back up the size, then you know how to. Then you'll win. If you have the knowledge, skill to back up that size, guess what? You're not guaranteed victory, but you're gonna push. Is a clear. You up the ante on your victory. Just to say because I'm bigger, I can make it. That's not all he said. Brother, good to see you, man. Well, that's not all that he said. I watched the interview, bro. So, he said he's gonna win too. I got that part. I know what the man said. Man said he gonna win and all that, right? But don't be a stranger. There go the link there, nephew. Don't be a stranger. The man said he gonna win, which he's supposed to say that, but basically all I was getting from him is that, well, I'm bigger. I'm bigger. I'm bigger. I don't think he really talked about skills that much. And nobody else, none of his fans do either. They talk about his size, and now they're saying that Canelo waited out the other brother because he's having issues now, and he did it on purpose. They don't know what the hell to say. Here's the truth of this whole situation: Canelo's milking the PBC to make his. He's just going to add to his retirement fund. Then he's going to leave. 3-fight deal. After he deals with these 3 fights, win, lose, or draw, he's gone. He's gone. He's off into the wild blue yonder, baby. He ain't coming back. And amazingly, this so-called black-owned company, which is not black-owned, is going to pay this Latino man more money than they've ever paid any black fighter. But you all don't seem to notice that. You always deal with the smaller picture and not the big picture. They're never able to find money to pay their own brothers, as they like to call them, right? Their brothers. But they find money for the Latino man. Why is that? Hmm. Well, the link is right there, baby. I just I talk about his skills all the time. Well, yeah, see, I'm talking about in general. Your opinion is just your opinion. In general, is what I'm speaking of, where most of these Charlo fans don't know their head from their ass, just like the Spence fans and the Floyd fans before him. Definitely the Wilder fans. They suck, right? They don't know anything about anything. And they talk about is size, size, size. I know a couple of women that would dispel that stereotype. But like I said, the link is right there, man. If you feel you want to jump on, jump on. Jump on. But whatever happened to just people say, okay, think about when Tank fought Rolly. Oh, you heard okay. All you heard that brother talk about was his punches, 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 punch. You never heard Rolly talk about his skill. This is the same friggin' scenario. Think about when he fought Ryan Garcia. All Ryan Garcia spoke about was his left hook, his left hook, his left hook. Did he hear anything about skill? Did any of y'all ever hear skill when it comes to the Charlos? And can somebody please explain to me how these dudes are worshipped like that, and what have they done to be duckable fighters? What have they done? Who have they defeated? Well, one brother that's undisputed at 154. Okay. Wow. And he's killing himself to make weight because his punk brother won't move up. His brother shouldn't still be fighting at 160 if he's walking around close to 200. He should have been moved up to 168. Now he's suing old boy Plant because he slapped him. You will fight him. You fight him and make money. You don't sue him. That's the biggest punk move ever, to sue another fighter. Fight him, dummy. That's how you make money. You fight. Come up to 168, fight the boy, get your pound of flesh, and then do what you do. You know? Yeah, man. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, go ahead and tell me how you talk about his skills. I'm talking about in general. Nobody talks about this boy's skills.
You know what? And what I've noticed with them, I noticed even when back in the day when he all he used to do was box and be defensive. He was boring. He can't do nothing. Nobody want to see him. He stunk the joint up. But now that he going for knockouts, now he's limited. So I mean, they got to pick one. Which one is it gonna be? Is it he limited or is he boring? It got to be one or the other.
I've actually never heard that they were boring. I've never heard anybody say they were boring. That's Floyd, on the other hand, yes, but
Okay.
not them.
J- No, no, no. I ain't talking about Floyd. I'm strictly talking about Jamel Charlo. All you got, look at his fights back in the day when he fought when he was young, when he was supposed to fight Canelo then, and then they made him fight Rosado and told him, oh, if you beat Gabriel Rosado, you're gonna fight Canelo next. So it's a long history of this stuff. But when he used to be a pure boxer, they called him boring, and he was limited. Now that he now that he shows the ability to get in there and bang and then put his punches together, now they still don't like him. Oh, he's too confident. It's like, okay, like
When
which
was he
one
ever
is
a
it?
pure boxer, brother? I don't recall that either.
You said what?
When was he ever this pure boxer? I don't recall anything like that.
Oh, you look. He showed it early on in his career. That was his thing,
In his
because
first five
they were
fights?
trying to make him the orthodox version of Erislandy Lara. That's what
No, no,
Ronnie
no,
Shields
no,
had for
no,
him.
no, no, no. He was nowhere near no Laura's class as far as boxing goes.
Did you hear what I said? That's what they tried to make him, but he was pretty successful with his boxing. He really was.
Well, I've always seen both of them as basic. Him and his brother, they might be a cut above of some of the fighters that they're fighting, but they're basic fighters. They're not anything. I don't see anything outstanding or special. When people say, "Well, they would have beat James Toney," James, I laugh at that. I can't stop laughing at that.
I've yet to hear somebody tell them that they're gonna beat all them people. I'm gonna tell you what I believe. I believe people get mad at Jamal. No, no, they get mad at Jamal for his inactivity, and then they associate Jamal with it just because they're brothers, and that's what kind of throws me off because it's like, okay, these dudes been around for over 10 years. You cannot tell me you do not know the difference between them yet.
Yeah, well, one of them is just stuck on he's negative all the time. He's just hyper and he pop his neck out and it just always seemed like he ready to fight. It just always seemed like he heated for some reason. And the other
You
one,
know what? He
hmm
he, he acts. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying this for a while. Jamel Charlo. Now, is he a little more emotional than Crawford is? Yeah, but they both act the exact same. They really
no,
do. Look, it, show me the interviews when Terrence Crawford has sit there. Whenever somebody say that he can't win a fight, he gets offended and he kind of goes off on that person. It's what he does. They
okay, we,
both
we
do
we
that.
talking about two different things. I'm talking about the brothers themselves. I didn't mention Crawford. I'm talking about the brothers themselves. They don't act
No,
alike. And
but my point was that Terrence Crawford does this also, and people don't have a problem with it because he's like their fan favorite. But when it comes to a guy who they may not like, now it's an issue, is what I'm saying.
Terrence act nothing like him. Terrence, if you tell Terrence that you're going to beat him, the first thing he'll say to you is, "Okay, well, okay, you have to prove it." That's it. He doesn't pop his neck and lose his cool. He just like, "Okay, well, you're gonna have to prove it. You can step in the ring and prove it." But he doesn't go off and pop his neck and carry on and get all hyper. He don't do none of that.
Terrence Crawford has snapped on a few people, brother.
Who?
He
It's,
really
it
has.
must have been how they spoke to him because I've seen many of his interviews. He's just
Look,
like,
look,
no, no, listen. I've seen many of his
go ahead.
interviews and people have said, okay, well, such and such is going to beat you. And he's like, well, they got to get in the ring with me to beat me, you know? And that's how you're going to get your proof. But I've never seen him lose his cool ever. Who's he lost his cool with?
Man, bro, he didn't gave multiple people the death stare strictly off of their
That's not losing
opinion.
his cool. That's just him being
That
him.
that is losing your
No,
cool.
it's not. So basically, if someone stares at you hard, they've lost their cool. Come on now. Come
No,
on. Come
but
on.
in that situation for him, okay, look, he can sit there, he can talk, he can have the arguments, but the point is, those dudes they're very similar. They really are. That's why it seems as if that's why they have an issue now. And then just okay, if you look at the basis of the issue. Crawford said that he feels Jamel went too far, was saying he would lose the fight, right? But then Crawford was the same one who said that Shakur Stevenson would smoke Haney, but Haney didn't get offended by it. He heard what you said. He took it on the chin and kept moving forward. Why couldn't you do the same?
I've never seen him lose his cool. It's just if he wants to stare at somebody hard, that's not losing your cool. That's just letting them know that hey, anytime you're ready, we could get it. We could get it. That's not.
Right.
It's unlike
Look,
Charlo. No, hold up. Unlike
okay.
Charlo,
But
who
why would
wants
he
to
look at the
tell. No,
announcement?
no. Listen. You know what Charlo did to Hurt? The brother Hurt who used to box at 154. What's his name? Jared Hurt. He
Yeah, when
told
he
him.
walked up on him.
Yeah, he told him he was gonna kill him and his bitch. That's why the dude threw. That's why the dude smacked him. He reached over. He reached over his brother and he smacked him. That's why he
You
got
know what?
smacked.
As many times as I've seen that video, it still don't look like he connected with it.
Yeah, yeah, but he did throw. He did throw it, and then I don't see Crawford telling nobody I'm gonna kill you and your bitch. I don't see. I don't see Crawford
Hey,
going.
Crawford told
Even with
didn't
James
Crawford
Harden,
threaten
the
the guy and
basketball
told
player.
him,
No, no, no.
I
But
think
even with the
he
basketball
threatened
player
the
that was
guy and
in,
said,
huh?
focus on your fight before you not make it to your fight.
Who said that?
That's what Crawford told Benavidez.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because they were
See?
going back and forth. They were going back and
Right,
forth in the gym. They
but
were
that's my
arguing. That's
point.
again. He didn't lose his
They're the
cool at all.
same guy.
He was very
The
calm.
only difference
They're not the same guy, man. One
the
guy's
only
hyper and
difference
out of control, and
is
the other dude is
Crawford
a
is a
cool
little
character.
older. Is
They're
the main difference.
completely not the same guy.
Crawford is a little more mature. I'll give him credit there.
A
He is
whole
more
lot.
mature,
No, no, no,
but
no, 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 because he keeps his cool.
he
The other
does the
dude does
same
not keep
thing.
his cool. No, he doesn't, because he doesn't lose his cool, man. This boy loses cool at anything. When James Harden was asking him about this in the crowd while the Spence fight was going on and Crawford was mouthing off at him, James Harden asked him about Crawford. He's like, "What's wrong with you, man? I don't fight at 147. I fight at 154, nigga." That's what he said. He just went off on him too, popping his neck, and I've never seen Crawford do that. Go off on nobody like that. If you want to say he stares at people hard, then he's trying to make his point. Like anytime y'all ready, I prove it to you in the ring. That's not the same thing. How is it the same thing if one of them is keeping their cool and the other one is just going off, popping their neck like a female and just nigga this? And I mean, come on, man, the dude is just entirely too sensitive. Oh, now you want to run and hide? Okay.
What did you say? My bad, Troy.
Okay, yeah, no, no. I said, oh, okay, now you want to run and hide.
No. I didn't hear you. I was just talking with my younger brother.
Yeah, I just don't. They're two different individuals. Crawford has never acted that way with anybody. He don't need to lose his cool because he could simply could say to you, "Let's go prove it in the ring," and they'll settle that. This dude loses his cool. He talks out of turn. He says shit he shouldn't have to. He has no business saying to people. Crawford don't do none of that.
Oh no, they both do it. But don't get me wrong. Like I said,
No, 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 no,
Crawford is
no.
more mature.
Crawford has never
He
told
is more
nobody he
mature.
was gonna kill him and his bitch. Don't do that.
Hey,
He's never
I
said that to
look.
nobody.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
You
yes,
just speaking
yes,
you
I
just
do. Because
speaking off of what you're saying. You don't know
if it
what that
was in
man has
public,
said to
then it would have been
somebody.
caught on camera, just like this dude was caught on camera. If it was in public, and if he has a history of doing it, it definitely would have been caught on camera by now. He just doesn't go off like that.
Yes, he does, man.
Who's he
But
going off on? And don't no.
Hey, this
Who's he
other
going
thing
off
too.
on?
When
No,
they
listen.
sit there and they
Who's who,
go,
who's he
what was
going
I about
off
to say?
on? And don't give me the point where he's staring at someone hard. Who's he going off on? Just lost his cool like Charlo does. Who's he just lost his
Who did
cool
he
with?
lose his cool? I told okay, he did it to Benavidez. He also him and somebody else too. Look, I don't remember all them people, but I know
You, you
I didn't seen them go off
did
on a
you
few
see the
people.
video of what happened in the gym? I think Crawford was in the gym first training, and Benavidez started talking stuff. Then two fighters start talking back and forth. There was nobody long, it was two fighters yelling back and forth. And then,
Yeah, that's normal.
yeah, that's normal.
But
We not
what I'm saying
no, but we
is
talking about on a daily
he does
basis.
it
Charlo
too.
is Charlo is stuck on pissed off. He's just never settled. He's always pissed off. You can say hello to him. What the fuck you mean hello? He's stuck on
Right.
pissed off.
No, look, that's funny that you mentioned that, right? Because I'm gonna say this again, when they first came out, they were the two nicest dudes around, and all they heard was they were cornball brothers. They was talking about them. Oh, they must have been raised in the suburbs, and
What
they're
do you think has
uppity.
changed about Crawford in the last all these years? What has changed? I don't see no change. I mean, he's improved as a fighter, but as a person, he's still always that settled guy. Where's this rah rah you're talking about? I don't see it with. I've never seen him rah rah with anybody.
That means you see you looking from it from the wrong like look.
I could only look at based on the
Well,
videos
no,
I've
look,
seen
hold
and
on.
all
Look,
that.
I'm gonna stick to Jamel because we ain't gonna agree with this, so it don't even make no sense. So what I'm saying is I'm gonna stick with Jamel.
Yeah,
When
well, that's what we're talking
Jamel,
about. That's what
when
we're talking about.
Jamel, when he came out, and when he was like I say, when he was humble, and when he had cool conversations with people, and he was open to talk to anybody, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, we don't really like the dude. He's boring. He's this. He's that. But as soon as he became the villain, he just rolled with it. And I'm not. Am I saying that? Am I saying that that the way he does it is that right? No, I'm not. But I'm saying he rolled with the villain role. So why should he go against it now?
I don't remember him ever being the real cool. His brother was a cool one. I mean, he even threatened Brona and Tank, talking about he gonna punch him in his face, and he could go get his boy Tank too. He'll punch him. He threatened
Yeah,
his own people. So
yeah, I remember
you
that
know,
years. Hey,
years
hold on,
ago, it
brother.
wasn't that long ago.
That was about 6 years. But hold on,
Nah,
I'm
that
getting a
wasn't long
call.
ago. What was the last fight? What was the last fight before the Spence fight? It was at that fight that he said that.
No, but hold on, I'm getting a call, brother. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Yeah, that was. I don't. I don't see. I've never seen Crawford go off on anybody. I mean, he'll just be a matter of fact with his words and be like, "Look, we just prove it in the ring. I mean, this talk ain't gonna do nothing." What's up, Joe? We just prove it in the ring and go from there. So the link is in the chat if anybody wants to jump on. But I've never to say that both of them have the same personality is absolutely wrong. Charlo could never be. He's never cool. He's always just rah 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 rah. Just always ready to. How you gonna tell someone I'm gonna kill you and your bitch? How you gonna do that? That's the height of disrespect. A lot of people will do a whole lot more than just slap you for that. Rightfully so. You don't tell nobody that because that's a definite threat to their life and to the life of their loved one. I'm gonna kill you and your bitch. Come on, don't even me saying it repeatedly irks my nerves because I don't speak that way. But come on, grown men shouldn't speak to another grown man like that. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care if you feel disrespected by the man, you focus on that man. Don't involve his family and all that in it. Nah, then you deserve to get hit by a bus or something after that. A couple of times, you know. But yeah, let's get back on the fight, man. I mean, we have yet to talk about Charlo's skills and what he can do against Canelo because nobody says anything about his fighting skills. See, we just had a whole segment talking about Charlo, and not once was his skill brought up. I can tell you what he brings to the table: aggressiveness. And he does have a good jab, and he throws good combination punches when he has you hurt, and he likes to force the action. But when you walk around close to 200 pounds and you sweat down to 154, and then by fight night you're 160 plus, you could say that you're the bigger guy all the time. He's not getting in the ring with being the bigger, heavier guy this time. He's going to be the one that's outweighed this time. He's not going to be able to use that aggressiveness against this guy because if you do, Canelo is going to beat you up. He actually welcomes aggression because he moves his upper body. See, that's how he fights his legs. Not so much because he has bad knees, but that upper body and all that he knows how to play with it. He knows how to move it. You can do it just missing by inches and all that. And that takes some talent. That's not something that you learn overnight to slide here, slide there, and then you come back with boom. These aren't things you learn overnight. It's from constant repetition. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just constant, you know? And people think, oh, well, no, oh, nothing. It's just repetition over and over and over and over again until you get into a rhythm. So you know your timing, and you can mix it up so you confuse others. Because if someone else gets to know your timing, then you're gonna lose. That's why you don't stay on 1, 2, 3 all the time. You gotta go 1, then 2, and then maybe 2, 3, and then you just switch it, switch it, switch it. That's why when Mike Tyson fought, they would spit out numbers like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, or something like that. And those were the different combination punches that he would throw. So to mix it all up. Because if you do the same thing round after round after round after round after round, what you think is gonna happen? The person's gonna catch on. And when they catch on to you, guess what happens? If you don't have a plan B, you're done. And most fighters, plan A, B, and C, they're all plan A. They're just a different variety of plan A. Jab, right hand, body shot, move. Okay, switch it up. Move, body shot, jab. Okay, right hand, jab, move. See, it's all just the same thing, just mixing it all up. Understand me? It's just a mix up. That's how you confuse the person that you're standing in front of. You confuse the hell out of them. You mix it up. Take everything that you know and you spin it, you flip it, and do whatever you have to do with it to confuse them. But you know your own rhythms. You should have different rhythms. Just like when I was in the army, they taught us cadence, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't count to 5. Boom, 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 because your brain is fried. And we had to do that and stomp 5 times and then march. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't count to 5. Because your brain is fried. And then if we were on quick time, it's like 1, you can't count to 5. Boom, 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 because your brain is fried. Quick time. And we were quick time march. You had to get that cadence down. You had to get it down. Because you don't know when the drill sergeant or the guy that was leading the march home was it Charlie or Bravo squad was leading the squad was going to switch up cadence on you. So you always had to be on the go. Always had to be ready. 60-pound sack on your back, ankle high sand, walking uphill. You had to be ready. Boom, 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 boom. Just like in the ring. When I train folks, we don't run on flat land. I don't have them run on flat land. I take them around the track, then I have them run up the steps. We go up on this road. Well, there was a road, but I mean, that was 180 degrees. We run up on there. I put weights on their back, and they run, they sprint, they run, they sprint, they run, they sprint, they run, they sprint. All right? They run backward now the track. I teach them how to run backwards and switch while they're running backwards, right? So they're not just running straight backwards. They'll step here, step there, but they're still running they still haven't lost their balance while they're running. And that's how I would train, because that's how I train. Very few people could you can watch my feet all you want. You're not going to catch on to what I'm doing. And while you're watching my feet, boom, boom, I'm coming. It was just a jab. I'm coming. I'm going to tear your body up, whatever the case may be. I'm going to beat you. Even if I lose, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you. And that's what it's all about. You do as much damage as you can in the short amount of window that you have. See it, hit it, move. You move. See it, hit it, move. And then sometimes you just move, then hit it. And, pause, move, then hit it. But you get what I'm saying to you. And that's how the great fighters win. They switch up. One game plan is A, but one plan A could be broken up into 3 parts. And that's how you do it. When they tell you, oh, we have all these different fight plans, no, they don't. They have one, but it's a variety, it's a mix. They could mix that one fight plan up, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the knockout king himself here. 2-division champion, Mr. Randall Bailey, who's in the dark. What's up, brother? You know you're in the dark, right?
Hold on.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this dude, I watched his videos, man. Watched his fights coming up. This dude scared me while I was just watching his videos. He punched so hard. looked like something out of a movie. He hits moves so hard they fly across the ring. You gonna tell the story. You gonna confirm these are stories too. So yeah, what's up, Joe? Yeah, this Randall Bailey here, man. AKA the Knockout King. He's just trying to get himself straight. But how you been, brother?
Man, just chilling, man, working like a slave.
Yeah, well, what Big Daddy Kane said. We work like a slave to become a master.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Yeah, brother. That's how it goes down sometime with all of us. Yeah, because I wasn't even sure if I was coming on. I had a procedure done last night. I'm in a little bit of pain, and I need to be on bed rest, but I'm on here though.
Hey, man, gotta get the job done.
Again, I get the job done. I work, baby. That's another Big Daddy Kane right there. You tell I'm a fan of the brother. So yeah, so go ahead and give a quick bio of who you are for the audience, man. I mean, I know who you are, but go ahead and drop a little bio.
Who am I?
You the man, the myth, the legend, Randall Bailey. I call him brother touch of sleep because he put you to sleep when he hit you. That's why he don't shake my hand even when we meet. That mom was I ain't going to sleep. I ain't going to sleep with that. Randall Bailey, man. Go ahead and give your bio, brother.
Man, oh man, they know, they know.
Well, drop a few names that you fought that the people would know, because we had one of them on the show already. But drop some more names.
Who was on
Chop
the show?
Chop. You fought Chop Chop. We had Chop Chop and you on the show.
Oh yeah, well, shit, we're in top for it twice.
Yeah, that was a good fight. So I went back and watched them, man. I got a question for you. You ever fought or no? You ever had a chance to fight your brother? Augustus. Augustus. They call him the Junkin Master. What was his last name, brother? No.
Nah, nah, man, ain't never fought. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a story. One day we was down in the Spanish gym in Miami, and he was down there sparring Rafael Pineda.
Why that name sound familiar?
Rafael Pineda. Rafael Pineda knocked out Roger. He knocked out Roger Mayweather. Matter of fact,
Ooh.
and he had a couple of sneak up wins on a couple of guys, but the thing is, Rafael Pineda was fighting at 154 pounds, and Manuel Gus was fighting at I think 135, 140, somewhere around up in there.
How did that work out in sparring?
I mean, he was in there working. He was working, but we asked to get some work, and they said no.
Oh, that's because they know about them hands of yours, man. Who
We
was the
was like,
cat?
and we was like, hold up. We was like, hold up. Rafael Pineda is a bigger guy, and I'm a smaller guy, and they said they were like, nah, that's a different kind of power.
That don't translate when you punching someone in the ribs and in the jaw, brother. That really the size. The 20 pounds is not going to protect them from that. No.
I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's crazy though.
No, but who was the brother you fought when you hit him with an uppercut, man? And that's the thing of beauty. He was supposed to
Oh,
beat you. What was his name?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. Yeah. You know how many times I watched that and just it scares me, but I enjoy it so much watching that damn fight
Uh,
because it didn't seem real. It didn't seem real that any human being could hit another human being that hard.
right.
Because you didn't just hit him with you caught him with the uppercut, and the dude didn't just fall; he slid across the ring.
Man,
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna knock him out, but I didn't know it was gonna do that much damage.
Yeah, brother. You know, when did you first find out that you got that gift, that one hitter quitter like that?
Long time ago.
Yeah,
Long
I got
time ago.
Smooth Cat back in the house. Smooth Cat. Say what's up to Randall Bailey, man. He was a champion at what? It was 140 and
Man,
147, right?
I
Randall
know
Bailey.
who Randall Bailey is.
Yeah.
That's the one who look. I done seen a few of his fights, but the most memorable one, the one that stick out of my mind the most, is what he did to Mike Jones. Because I remember Mike Jones was a heavy favorite to beat him.
We were just talking about that too. We were just talking about
And
that
he
scary
hit
ass
him with a
fight, wasn't it?
nasty uppercut too. He really did.
Randall, didn't I just say that? Didn't I
Yeah.
just?
Hey, how's it going there, Randall?
Man, just chilling, man.
Most stuff, most stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, 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 are you training fighters now?
Heck no.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
okay. No. We were having a discussion, Randall, about Chavez's no, not Chavez, Charlo's demeanor, and and Crawford's demeanor. He was trying to tell me that they the same, that they both hyper. You ever seen Crawford go off on anybody?
Nah, that's the them guys got mental illnesses.
Okay, well, help us out with that, Randall. You got to break that down, bro.
I mean, who walks around that angry?
Talking about Charlo.
Yeah, both of them.
Where you see anger with Crawford, help me out with that, because I just see a dude he's calm, but you can tell he got something going on in him.
Hey, Crawford is calm, but if you hit his switch, he go step to you.
But
My
yeah, but
thing,
that. Mm-hmm.
my thing is the Charlos. The switch is always on, but for what?
Thank you.
All
Cause
right, hold on real quick. Hey Randall.
uh,
Now I'm gonna ask you this as a fighter. How
uh,
many times, how many times did somebody, let's just say, and I'm not defending nobody. I'm just gonna ask you this question. How many times as a fighter were you disrespected by somebody in the media and you let them have it?
never.
How many times has Crawford done that?
Didn't Crawford look before I left? I think you mentioned something about Jamel arguing with Javante and Broner, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Because he was
did
gonna
you
punch him in
forget
the
what
face.
Crawford told? Did you forget what Crawford told little Gary Russell what he was going to do to him?
I heard what he said after the fact, because
But they was coming
Gary
but they
Russell's
was
the one that
coming
came out
after
first and said something to him. Gary
they was
Russell's the
coming
one that
after him.
no, Gary Russell said something to him first, and he told Gary Russell that you too small, man.
Only okay. Only thing Gary Russell did. Gary Russell told the story
I saw the
about
whole
when
interview,
when
brother.
they
I
was
know exactly
amateurs
what he
and
did.
he knocked Crawford out in the street fight. That's what they
Yeah,
was talking about.
No, he didn't say knock him out. What he did was he stole him.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
He
what happened.
snuck him. That's what he did. He snuck
It's multiple people who say he got knocked out.
ain't
Multiple people who was
man,
around there.
man, that man ain't man, when last time Gary Russell knocked somebody out, man? And I like Gary Russell, but come on now, be for real.
Hey, I'm telling you what they said. I'm not telling you what I'm saying. I'm telling you what
So
was
Who
said
is
by the
they?
people who were there.
you mean tell me Gary Russell knocked Terrence Crawford out cold?
No, he didn't. I
This
mean, because
this is
Crawford.
Hold on. Look, give me
what
1 second. I'm finna try to grab the link.
Okay, based on what I heard from Crawford, is that he stole him. He turned away from him, and then he threw a punch, right? And then Crawford couldn't get his lick back because they tried to separate them.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what I heard. But if you hear Gary Russell's side of the story, Gary Russell will tell you that he knocked him out, right?
When the last time Gary Russell knocked somebody out? And this is talking about hitting somebody with no gloves on.
Nah, I've never. It's been a minute. It's been a
So
minute.
you mean tell me he could knock somebody out with gloves on? I mean off, but not on.
I
All right.
don't know, brother. I
Wait.
don't know.
Look, here's the question. It's been about 5 years since you fought, right, Randall?
Yeah, my last fight was in 216.
26. Okay. So that's even longer. So with that being said, you naturally now they say when you get older you lose your power, right? They
No,
say the
No.
power is the last thing that
That
goes,
was the last thing to
right?
yeah,
Okay. So you mean to tell me if you can catch a dude with a clean shot, you don't think you're gonna knock his head off his shoulders?
but that's what I'm known for.
Yeah, Randall's a little different though. He has a gift from God like Julian Jackson. He's not your regular dude when it comes to punching.
Gary Russell is not a knockout puncher.
Look, but anybody who gets look, especially if the shot was off guard, as people say, right? Anybody can get knocked out that way.
I have to see it. I mean, it's a little far fetched. I have to see it with my own eyes. Where the videotape at?
Look, I wish somebody did have videotape of it, but it's multiple people who say it happened. Even Carl Dargan is saying it happened. He called it a sucker punch.
Exactly what he said. He said it was sucker punch. That's exactly what he said.
All I'm saying is, yeah, he probably dropped him. But knocking somebody out cold, I'm not seeing that.
And someone that's bigger than you, but Crawford didn't go off on him. Smooth cat. He pretty much told him he was gonna break his neck.
But all
He,
right,
he
but
said
hold
he
on.
was too
But
small, and
hold
he would break
on,
his
real
neck.
quick. But the main point that was being made is you look, forget that point. But what I was saying is if any man, it don't matter who you are, look, if Paulie Malignaggi hits somebody and when that they don't see, he can potentially knock you out too.
I don't know
If
about
you
that.
use a baseball bat, yeah.
Man,
Exactly.
get out of here. Look, so you mean to tell me you don't think if Paulie caught you with a shot that you don't see coming, he can't put you to sleep?
I'm 225 pounds. Fighting on Malignaggi is not knocking me out. I'm sorry. He's not knocking my ass out. No.
All right, man.
Go ahead, Puro, and jump in here, man. Go ahead, Puro.
How you doing, Troy? What's going on,
I'm
panel? I
good,
just
man.
jumped on it real quickly to salute Randall Bailey, man. I watched your career for the longest, man, and I don't know if people told you this enough, man. I mean, you're the type of fighter that keeps me watching boxing. You know, yeah, that like literally like, don't matter what your record is, like if you work hard and you keep at it, man. This sport boxing is like the sport where it's like anything can happen. All you got to do is believe in yourself. Train hard. And
yeah.
yeah, man, I was happy for you when you finally won your championship. And it was funny because I saw your fight with Mike Jones like maybe like a month ago. Just out of random, it popped up on YouTube, man. But yeah, man, respect to you, brother, and God bless you, brother.
I tell you all the time, Randall, that does not look real to me the way you hit that, brother. I actually thought it was something out of a show, or like an action movie or something. It just didn't look. There's no way I think you broke his nose, didn't you?
I don't know what it was, but it was something.
Yeah, because you did something to him, but the dude didn't just fall down. He slid across the ring, man. Who hits that hard?
No, look, you know what that fight actually reminded me of? You remember when Mora and Foreman was fighting? That's what that fight really put me in the mind of.
Maybe Mora and Burt Cooper, but yeah.
Nah, because Burt Cooper and Michael Moore was going at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They was going at it.
Yeah.
Until
Smooth Cat, I see your point now, because Mora looked like he was going to win. But I told anybody who would listen to me that Mora's chin is not going to stand up to Foreman's punches. I told him.
The funny part is, that man got super overconfident. He took that first one too, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I can eat this." Then he took one back to back. It was like, that's good night.
No. You know what he started doing? He started walking into the right hand instead of walking away from it. The first couple of rounds, he was walking away from it. Then all of a sudden, he must have, like Roy Jones said, he must have forgot. And then, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Randall, man? You know, I remember one of your fights. You fought another puncher. It was a short Latino fighter, man. It was a battle of the punches. I can't remember the cat's name, but you knocked him the hell out too. And you know, everybody thought he was gonna knock you out. What was his name, Randall? What's the Latino guy you fought that had some knockout power? What the hell was his name? Because you know he was knocking everybody out before he fought you.
Where it was from?
I don't remember, brother. All I know is he was shorter than you and he was kind of compact. And he had the, but he was a hooker. He wasn't no straight point. He was a hooker.
Not Frankie Figueroa.
No, brother, no, it's not Figueroa. This dude had brown skin, and he was, he was one of the fire hydrant dudes. He was shaped like, a little solid, short dude, but he can punch. And you caught him with a straight left, right, and he tipped over, and the fight was over.
Not Harrison Cuello.
That name don't sound familiar. Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump online and look at your fights. Maybe I can figure out his name if I see it. But you knocked the hell out of him, man. Y'all were going at it too, but you kept that jab in his face, and he slipped up, and I think he overreached with a hook, and that's when you caught him, straight down the middle.
Oh shit!
Yeah, if you could jump back in here, Puro, or Smooth Cat, because I'm gonna look for this cat's name.
I don't know. I mean, when I think of Randall Bailey and I think of like a Latino fighter, I think in Diobeli Sortado. That was a vicious knockout.
No, Hurtado won that fight, but
he beat you. I thought you knocked. I thought you ended up knocking him out. It's been such a long time.
No, I dropped him in like I want to say the fourth, somewhere around up in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit, it's been such a long time. I got bad memory now, getting old.
But that was it. That was the end of his career too. And he won.
How do you win how you lose in somebody's career, Randall?
Yeah, but that was the end of his career because remember he fought Vivian Harris the next fight and got stopped in 3 rounds. And that was
you would extract something from every fighter that you fought, win or lose.
No, I don't think he fought no more after the Vivian Harris fight. Got stopped in 3 rounds.
Man, I ain't heard nothing about Vivian Harris in a long time. That's an underrated dude.
Yeah, he had power as well.
I mean, I think he was a little overrated.
I found him, Randall. I found a brother. Is Urango, Urango?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know you talk about.
Yeah, my last.
That fight was a good damn fight, but you knocked him the hell out.
No, I didn't knock Urango out. Urango won that fight.
No, I was about to say I thought Urango beat Randall because I think Devin knocked out Urango. Devin Alexander.
His next fight. Yeah, that was my last fight at 140 right there.
Yeah, because it was a couple of knockdowns, and that dude was shaped like a fire hydrant. That's the dude I'm talking about.
Yeah. But
wait a minute, did you fight Devin Alexander too?
Yeah, I fought Devin after I fought Mike Jones.
Yeah, okay. That went all 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Fought someone named Sugar Jackson. Who the hell is Sugar Jackson?
A dude from God damn it. Oh shit. Belgium.
He just had to name himself Sugar, didn't he?
Yeah, I had to go to Belgium to fight him for the eliminator.
And that only lasted 1 round.
Yep.
And you fought Jeff Horn? I didn't know you fought Jeff Horn, brother.
Yeah, I fought Jeff Horn in Australia. That was my last fight.
Yeah, he was too big for you, wasn't he?
No, it wasn't too big. I couldn't do that weight no more.
Okay.
I literally fainted the day of the weigh-in.
You were dehydrated?
Fainted. Out.
I got that. Yeah. Wow. So why didn't they stop the fight? Why did you? Why
I
did they
mean,
go through the fight?
because I fainted trying to make the weight. I got up that morning. I do my regular schedule. I go do a run before, and I get the weight off. And as I was getting on the scale to check my weight, I literally passed out. And my luckily my handlers was there with me when it happened, and I literally fell into one of their arms.
Okay, right there. The fight should have been called off then. The fight should have been called off.
And they laid me down on the bed, but I could hear everything while I was out because I could hear them saying my name. They're like, Randall, you all right? And I could hear them panicking. They're like, oh shit. But I was out. That was weird.
Yeah. So, why did they continue with the fight that night then? I mean, why did they continue with the fight?
Because when I came to, I was like, fuck it, let me just take some water, you know what I'm saying? And I think I ate a banana or something because I knew by the time the weigh-in came, my body would burn that off.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yeah, it just sounds dangerous because
It is dangerous. It is dangerous. That's why when I dropped them in like the third or the fourth round, whatever round I dropped them in, and I knew that I didn't have what it takes to get them. Well, I didn't come back out for the seventh. I think it was.
there was a fighter from Florida that was going to fight Timothy Bradley for the championship, and he had a stroke before. No, this is after he fought Timothy. He had a stroke in the gym. Literally, he had a stroke in the gym. But luckily, at the gym, at the gym, they had a defibrillator.
What his
Right?
name was?
I'm trying to find his name now, but he's a real good brother, man. Real good brother. He just had a rough time of it in boxing. He had a stroke. He had a stroke. He never boxed again. He never
Wow,
boxed again.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and he passed out in the gym in the in the gym in the gym.
I had a fight scheduled for October of no. I had a fight scheduled for November of 2016. I was supposed to go to Russia and fight this Russian kid, and they tried to make me do 147, and I'm like, I'll try, and I tried, and in the middle, it wasn't even the middle. Like I would say, like my first 4 weeks of training, I was training and I was getting the weight off, and I got down to like, let me see where I was at. Once I got down to like one 55, 54, I started feeling like I was gonna pass out.
Yeah,
Like I say, fuck that. I'm not fighting it that way. Y'all can move this shit up to 154 or ain't no fucking fight.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that, boy. It was Edna Cherry? That was the guy who had the stroke. Edna Cherry.
Oh yeah.
Man, I had a lot of conversations with him, but now I got you on the panel, man. Let's talk about this fight with Charlo and Alvarez. How do you see that playing out? What are their strengths and weaknesses?
Man, come on, man.
Come on, Randall.
I mean, we already know Canelo is gonna stop Charlo.
I'm gonna ask the panel that since I got two of the brothers up here. Go ahead, Puro. Go ahead, Puro, and a smooth cat. Y'all can jump in.
I'm gonna say it again. Canelo is stopping Charlo.
Uh, okay, what are his strengths though? What are Charlo's strengths that he brings into the fight? And somebody got a TV on. Is that you, Randall? You got your TV on in the background?
Yeah, hold on. Don't get me wrong. Charlo is gonna fight. He's gonna try to box. He's gonna try to move around. But I'm telling you, when Canelo hit him with that power, that real power, You're gonna see a difference. You gotta think. He was going back and forth with Castano, and Castano hurt him a
I heard him
couple
a
of.
couple of times. Yeah.
You talking about different? You talking about way different power.
Yeah, and then a lot of his fans don't really know boxing because Charlo keeps saying that he's the bigger guy. He walks around at this or that weight,
This
but
is what this is what
that's his
he's
walking
supposed
around
to,
weight. Yes, his
this
walking
is
around
what he's
weight.
supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to say all this stuff to make it look interesting to the public, but real people that understand boxing knows and can look at his style and tell he gets hit too much.
Gotcha,
And with Canelo, that is not what you want to do.
gotcha. Because you know what? If you're a professional, former two-time champion, you know that walking around at a weight and fighting at a weight, there's a distinct difference. Can you break
Oh
that down?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you break that down for the people who don't know?
Yeah. But I mean, uh, uh, let me say this. My just say my fighting power is different than my walking around power. If you can understand that.
Well, I understand that. I understand that, but you still got to give some clarity, though. Like say, with your bare hands and you walking around at 160.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
being in shape. Being in shape for a fight and actually crafting my power, whether just walking around out of shape and hitting somebody, it's not the same.
I could imagine. It was a certain trainer. I'm not going to get into all our business we talked about, but there was a certain trainer you wanted to train you because you wanted to get into something, and he was like, "I would, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid because if he punched that hard with gloves and wraps on, with his hand wrapped and with gloves on, how hard is he going to punch with his bare hands?" Yeah, you remember that conversation, right?
Well, nah, I remember when I was gonna do the bare knuckle thing, and they was announcing it, and everybody was coming in, leaving comments saying, "Oh my God, why are y'all doing this? This is not right. Y'all is trying to get somebody killed." These are different comments.
I remember when you had a conversation with Rockman on the show about doing an exhibition with was it Chris Bird, brother? I think it was. We were talking about Chris Bird, right?
Yeah. We were talking about
Yeah, we're
this.
talking about Chris Bird, and then
He was
and
talking
then
about down to 160 or
yeah,
something.
and you said you was gonna take it easy, and Hasim was like, "Stop it, Randall. You know you ain't gonna take it easy on the body."
Hey, I told y'all about the Daryl Coley story, didn't I?
Nah, go ahead, tell it.
Okay. I was still at 140 pounds. Daryl was getting ready to fight Jermaine Taylor. And I think this had to be around about 2003, 2004, somewhere around up in there. And Daryl Coley was getting ready to fight Jermaine Taylor. And we're in the gym sparring. Mind you, I'm still at 140 pounds. Daryl is at 160. And 160, not getting ready to get on a scale. You only, like I said, you only weighing 160 when it's time for you to get on the scale. So he was obviously heavier than that. So we ended up sparring, and his trainer at the time was telling him, "Yeah, put that jab on him. This, that. Mind you, I always catch a jab. I'm not gonna just let nobody just pepper me with a jab all day. So I'm catching this jab at this time, But the trainer was just telling him, yeah, shake and bake on him, do all this, all that. I was like, man, my trainer said something to me. He was like, go ahead. And I'd say, man, I hit this man with a left hook so hard. His trainer went from telling him to shake and bake and do all that to get his ass up off the ground. You're laying down like you had a cookout.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. You know who his cousin is, right, Daryl Coley?
Who is cousin?
Maurice Blocker.
Oh yeah, man. Why he be doing that shit, man? He be having Maurice sitting up there doing them little videos and shit. I'm like, man, why he doing Maurice?
I've never seen him. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you ain't seen the videos? Okay, Dow pop up on live. You got Maurice sitting over there at a table in a chair, looking half out of it, and Dow. Anybody who guess who this is? Obama soda, some shit like that. He be talking about, and it's Maurice over there sitting in the chair, just looking out of it. And I'm like, man, why?
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot to that I don't want to get into. But there's a lot to that, man. It runs in the family, but there's a lot to that. So, yeah.
That's crazy. You don't do nobody like that, man. You know that man not where he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because he has a brother that used to box that helps him out a lot too. You know who his brother is, right? Well, not his blood brother, but they like brothers. You know that, right?
Who?
Simon.
Oh
Simon
yeah.
That's his brother, man. He helps him out a lot, you know.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, this is a whole lot to that story that I really don't want to get into right now. But it's
Daryl.
it's tough. It's tough, man.
Tell you when Daryl went back home after he said he was retiring from boxing after we sparred because he had a fight. He was getting ready to fight Jermaine Taylor.
Yeah. Because I remember him getting knocked out by Oscar De La Hoya. Didn't he get stopped by Oscar?
He was getting ready to fight Jermaine Taylor during the time we sparred. After we sparred, he said, "Fuck the fight, fuck all that. He ain't fighting no more. That's it."
Damn. Okay. I
He
guess
left.
he knew his time.
He left camp and went back home. That was it.
Well, he must have known it was his time, man. Just like I know another brother, Reggie Showtime Green. He stopped boxing like that too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up with everybody with Mark Too Sharp, Chop. You know, he came up with all the brothers.
Yeah.
He was a tough dude, man. I used to watch him on ESPN all the time. I actually go to church with his auntie. So yeah.
He I think his last fight he lost to Stevie Johnson, I think it was.
I thought it was Zab, but yeah, it was Stevie Johnson.
I think so. Was it that?
Well, no, he said he had pink eye in that fight. That's why it just. But Zab, he was trying to pull out of it, and Zab was like, "Nah, go ahead, fight, go on, fight." But he had pink eye, something in that fight. He really couldn't see out one of his eyes and all that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a rough business, man. I mean, honestly, I got as far as amateur because of my heart issue. I couldn't go pro, right? But I fought a lot of heavy-handed people, man. I had one dude hit me so hard, Randall, I felt my brain shift.
Oh shit.
But I was too stubborn to go down. See, that's how I had the nasty ability that I could take a punch. That was not a good ability to have. I could take a punch, though, you know. Yeah, man, I just loved the sport so much. I used to watch Simon train and all that, man. The dude was a monster when it came to training.
Yeah.
Because he would pay the cruiserweights to spar with him. The cruiserweights in the gym, the light heavyweights, the cruiserweights, and he would beat them around the ring, man.
Yeah, Freddie Pendleton was one of his sparring partners too.
Oh, that's a fight that I would have loved to see, you and Freddie. Yeah, but that never came about, man.
Who, me and Freddie?
Yeah.
Nah, I would never fought Freddie.
Why not?
That was my friend.
Everybody's friends until they stuff in the. I had friends.
It's more. No. Freddie was on his way out, like literally on his way out when I was
Oh, okay. Oh,
was coming when I was like really coming up. I mean, and we spar all the time, so you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, nah.
I remember when he knocked out Tyrone Trice because Tyrone Trice was a hot commodity then, man, and he knocked him out cold.
He knocked out a lot of guys like that.
Yeah, he
Walked
did.
right across the ring and straight bam, bam.
He knocked out Roger too, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what put him on the map. I tell people all the time, you can't go by nobody record, man.
But he was Roger's sparring partner.
Well, that you know what? I had a conversation once with Ray Mercer, right? And he told me he didn't want to take the Burt Cooper fight because Burt was his sparring partner, and he knew but all the stuff that Burt brought, and Burt knew what he brought, and he did not want to take that fight. But if people thought it would be an easy fight, and Burt was like, "It's not going to be easy." I mean, Ray was like, "It's not going to be easy because he knows me."
Yeah, Burt was a punching motherfucker though.
Yeah, he was tough. He was tough when he was right. When he was right, and he was dealing with his demons. He was a tough sob. Let me tell you, he was tough. If he saw what he did to Holyfield, honestly, he was the first man to drop Holyfield. It was the ropes that saved Holyfield, but he was
Yeah,
basically the first man to drop him.
yeah.
And he had him rolling on the ropes in Atlanta, boy. But you know what, brother? If you have a social media, anything you want to drop, go ahead and drop it from now, because I'm gonna start shutting it down a little bit, man.
Yeah, I'm finna go ahead and
Yeah, man. You got a social media where people can reach you, where will it be Instagram or wherever?
who?
You.
Oh man, everybody got my Instagram already.
Yeah, man. And I know you on Facebook too, so give them your Facebook and all.
And and if they put up, they gonna see me and my son, cause we both got the same name.
Okay, you know what, man? I'm glad you brought that up. You ever thought about your son getting into boxing, and how would you feel if he got into boxing?
Never. They don't want it.
Good. You know what? I got three sons, brother. They're 6'6", 6'5", and 6'2". I started training them when they were like 6 years old, right? They have different personalities. The oldest one is actually a little bit laid back, but he's the one that could really punch, but he's so laid back and timid, he doesn't come forward a lot, right?
Mm.
And he has the long arms. Now the one that's 6'6" is the aggressive. His name is Malcolm X. He's the aggressive, right? And I keep trying to tell him that you can't knock everybody out. You can't bully everybody because you're gonna run into somebody that you're not gonna be able to overpower. You gotta listen to what I tell you and learn the fundamentals, right? And then the younger brother is the one. He's the toughie. If you hit him and hurt him, he has this switch that he flips, and he just wants to do damage to you, right? So they just got varied personalities, but they never got into it, man. They tried it for a couple of years, then they got into football and basketball.
Yeah, my youngest son, my middle son, he thought he wanted to do it, but he ain't disciplined enough.
No, see, as I told them, your dad has an emptiness. So when I got hit and hurt in there, I went to this place that I could put the pain away and still keep functioning, right? They don't have that. I'm glad they don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he ain't got the discipline for it. He go to the gym one day, don't go the next day. I mean, nah, I ain't got time for all that.
No, sir. But I tell you what, brother, I want to thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate your time. I reached out to quite a few people, but everybody has a different schedule.
Yeah,
But
shit, just hit me up, give me a heads up, and then, I'll let you know if I can make it.
no problem, brother. And I'll definitely keep in touch with you, man, and just let you know what's going on. All right.
All right.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, from Africa to America. I am going to take my leave of you now. I've been here for an hour and change, and tell you the truth, I didn't expect any of this tonight because I really wasn't going to come on. I've been kind of half-assed the artwork today too. I'm not even lying about it. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired and I need my rest. But as God would have it, I came on. I had a few people on the panel. Randall Bailey showed up for me. I sent the request out. The brother showed up for me. Appreciate that. That's the knockout man. Knockout man right there. I ain't even slap boxing with him if I meet him. No. He ain't gonna hit me, Randall. But that dude could punch, man. I've seen he's pretty too. He's kind of he's similar. His style is similar to that of Vernon Forrest. Vernon Forrest might be the better boxer, but he's smooth like that with his jab and right hand. He's smooth with it. So yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna take y'all out with tonight. I don't know. I think I'm in the mood for something Dennis Brown or something, man. If y'all don't know who Dennis Brown is, then you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what I mean? But I think I'll do some Dennis Brown tonight. Because just the way I feel. But I want to thank everybody that showed up. Appreciate it. Everybody, ladies, I talk, Puro, Smooth Cat, Joe, Bruce, Yankees for life. Everybody, respect. And those who'll be watching the replay, thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot. So appreciate you, people. Appreciate you. So when we gonna leave with tonight, people? We're gonna leave. When we go on mute now. I hate that. I hate when I'm on somebody's show and they go on mute and it just is a bunch of dead air, and I don't dig it. I don't dig it. But I think I found a song for us to go out with tonight. Let me turn down the volume real quick. Yeah. As you can hear it playing in the background on Mr. Dennis Brown and Mr. Anthony Cruz, if this world were mine, play Rubber Dub all the time. So respect. Just live your life in positive times, man. Positive mindset, Even when it rains and even when the darkness comes, understand that it's gonna pass. It's not, it don't last forever. The sun will eventually come out and you're gonna shine. I'm building a business right now and I'm working at shining because in the next couple of years, it's gonna be rough, y'all. But I'm gonna have what I want. I'm gonna have my own island, my own plane, my own train, my own yacht, my life that I want. And my grandchildren and children, they're gonna be good. Blessed up one and all. All right. Take us home, Dennis.
So let me turn it up now. Let the music take control. It's a natural music for your soul. So step up and play your role. Yes, Johnny, come on. And if my neighbor should complain about the sound, I play it all night long. Cause I don't care about the words you say. Don't care about their feelings. Don't care about their feelings. Cause I
lay it all the while. Bless up and big up yourself, one and all. Have a good night.